we're gonna see if we can power through this. You start a new game here. I have played through this game a couple of times, so I'm pretty familiar with it. Anyway, we're gonna create a new character. Let's see. Genius Psyche. Let's need that high. That should be a 4. No, physique. 3. That'll be fine. I think this all. Do you want to be a smart cop? Or do we want to be a tough cop? Let's be smart for now. Until, let me figure out which one of these I want to be, and then I'll go back and we'll reslide. Logic. Encyclopedia. Rhetoric. Calculus. Intimidate the public. Assert myself. That'd be fun. Or I could be a druggie. The only one I'm not. I'm leaning towards like either drama or authority. Go authority, I think. Yeah. We'll set that as our signature. The Furies are home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest waters deep enough can drown. Alright. So I'm gonna let the voices play out in this, which is kind of why I picked this stream, because my throat's kind of hurting and I'm feeling under the weather, so let's go.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
I'm just gonna keep on not existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What'd you say about that, X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
You know what? That, fathomless deep sounds pretty good.
No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just night swimming.
Oh, I like nothing.
I know you do, baby. I know.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzi, let's go.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all borough.
Return trip to the silence, please.
You want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Wait, no, I need to belittle myself instead.
Do you really?
Don't be naive. Of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever
The
ends.
song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the soul, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Ah, I'm a champion. No, I'm not scared. I'm a
The stench
champion.
of liquor rises from your mouth. I know that an ungodly headache.
Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
I open my eyes. I had a rough night. First off, let's get some pants. Pants bag.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish 'em
It
out.
says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Oh, my head. Oh, somebody broke my window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I look
The
out.
morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Let's assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did
More
this?
likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
What
It
about
is
the
too
size?
large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its
Oh, I
frame.
threw my shoe out the window.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I don't need the
The
shoe.
window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
Got my jacket. Disco ass blazer. There's a tie up there.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Wait. Let's see if I can grab it without
This
taking
fan
the fan.
is- Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this
Alright, I try to
creature
grab it.
is yours. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained.
Oh, hell
What you have in your hand is a fantastically colourful.
Got the tie now. Put my pants back on. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Oh, it's a shirt. Look at that.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Alright, sorry about that.
Hot water sprays from
Hot
the
water
base,
sprays from the
and
base, and steam
covers
covers
the
the
mirror.
mirror. You
You
cannot see
cannot see
yourself.
yourself,
Just the outline
just the
of a
outline.
man.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
I wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Oh, what's wrong with my
Where
face?
to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Bet
nose.
you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Well, at least my tongue is alright.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
I wipe the mirror.
Behold.
Oh, that's a winning smile right there.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Of course I do. It's some kind of super. I'm a
It appears
superstar.
you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making
Please
itself.
stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, this is what superstars do.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
No one tells me what to
That's
do.
right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order.
Oof, I cannot do any of that. Oh, what else happened here? I'll grab a bottle. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was still playing. The reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Now let me grab my other shoe. I have to go grab the other one here in a minute. 40 cents. Mine. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Alright, well, here's my shoe. A gust of briny wind washes over you.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be.
At least I got some good shoes.
Hello, officer.
Are you talking to me? What's this button do? No idea. Alright.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Officer, am I in the military?
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm the CEO.
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
Officer's my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called the Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're goddamn right I'm a policeman. Don't you forget it.
Okay, cool. I won't.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
Good. Now, how do you
First, I
know
have
as a
to
police
ask.
officer?
Are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her, right here. It makes you put your hand on your stomach and swallow.
I feel wretched. Tell me, how do you know I'm with the police?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What kind of
Couldn't
business?
say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her, physically. Alright, let's do it.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again.
I said I wanted to have sex with you.
No, you see, it's not what you said. You said, come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
Don't back down now. Say what you said again, proudly.
Alright, authority. I'll do what you want. I said I want to have
Goddamn
fuck
right
with you.
you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
I'm a cop of the apocalypse.
Has the time come already?
Cops walking around with no memory of who they are, saying what I just said. The end can't be more than 2 days
You're
away.
a 1 in 10's cop. Anyone ever tell you that?
Yeah, I'm pretty
All
intense.
right, then. Looks like I should go and prepare for what's to come. And thank you. This has been delightful. I do hope it happens sooner. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Wait, I'll interrogate you right now.
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Did do what? Maybe the cigarette's a clue. Looks like she left the nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Ma'am?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Why are you doing this to me? Don't do this to me.
The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it.
Try to
This
handle.
door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
I knock
Still
again.
no answer.
I knock again harder.
Still nothing.
I guess I have to leave. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe Le Monde. Summer door closed for the winter. That's where the lyrics would be. Oh, karaoke mic, huh?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
This goes well with the theory that I'm developing. I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to
You
it?
have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Sir, what are you doing with that bird?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
What's wrong? Don't you like the officer?
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
So not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero?
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I do?
What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I don't appreciate your tone. It's no way to talk to an officer.
It's not. You're right. It's not.
Yeah.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a representative of that law. He tries to avoid outright conflict.
Oh, look
A
at the bird.
competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Can I help you with
Look,
that?
your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Again with that
He
insubordinate tone.
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Alright, I'll let you go for this time. Ah, that was fun. Been used to wipe clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Water cooler, large bubbles rising to the surface. It usually comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. Alright. Are you the person
A
who's my
bespectacled
friend?
man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
I shake his
Hello.
hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Yes, I am.
You realize
Probably.
he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Just call
Very
me
well,
officer.
officer. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Yeah, just talk to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware of a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
What
At the
interview?
57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I have
Okay.
not.
We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like dead
Sure.
bodies.
But did you take it down from the tree?
Look, man. You know.
Does
Yeah,
that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
no.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
How can you be sure I'm
I
from the
was sent
police?
here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
You mean these white
Yes.
rectangles? They're
They are not
white
just white
rectangles.
rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Shouldn't I have a
You mean
badge
you
or something?
don't have a badge?
Of course I have my
Oh.
badge.
If you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Oh, I told you I'm not
We
really a
all feel
police
that
officer.
way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down. I
I can't
can see
remember
you
anything.
drank last night and the night before. and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Let's roll.
After you, officer.
Alright, let's talk to this lovely witness here. Did you put the body in the tree?
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks, I
You must
appreciate it.
forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How'd you like to roll with
Whatever
me?
do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, running backyards of corpses and catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there's also side mysteries. Sequence killers and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Are you sure about that?
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
I
Of
know, I
course,
gotta
dear.
go.
Good luck with your case.
Alright, let's go talk to Gart.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41,
The Harbinger
What?
of Ruin. The Gloaming
I have
Diamond.
no idea what that means.
I've been to the precipice, Cafeteria Manager. I've seen the end. Yeah.
What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Alright.
You said you
Suspect
just got
number
here.
1, her.
From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. and I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Yes, I have questions.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Why did Sylvie
She
leave?
went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you've avoided
Oh
the
my
subject.
god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
Who killed
I
him?
don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill
What
him?
are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Where's the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
That's
Let's
all.
go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
The fuck I do? What do I owe you for?
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
the IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Is it form of
No,
street cred?
you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Did I just hear my entire speak to me twice?
No one is saying that! No one is saying that time can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
Great advice, I'm
The
considering.
lieutenant looks at you tugging on your garish tie. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
You're under
You can't
arrest.
arrest me. I haven't done anything.
The words leave your
No!
mouth as if walking up the stairs. Everything is going fine until you reach the end and take one step too many.
I fucking well can, bitch.
Oh, so apparently I'm a bitch now. Okay, I'll be the bitch, and you'll be the broke cop who owes me money. And no one will arrest anyone because that's insane. How's that?
Sir, leash in your tongue.
The words nail the cafeteria manager to his place. Unmoving, he stares down at the counter with his cheeks reddish.
Officer, you need to contact your station. Ask your people for assistance with the money you owe.
I'm sorry, but I can't let him stay here if he doesn't pay. He's 3 days on the slip. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, he'll have to work this from home.
Somewhere else
You
I can stay
look,
around here?
but the union squeezed most people out of business to fund the strike. So, I don't know, your best shot is just going home.
Fuck this place, I'll take my
No,
chances on
there's
the
no
street.
need. Let's go.
The cafeteria manager stands silently behind the counter, his eyes fixed. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even
But
have
you've
one?
been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on
Why
Marble
did you
Hill.
say that?
Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marble Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
An
A
expression.
saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Can I trace the way back somehow?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Ooh. Ah. Alright, let's go check out this body, I guess. Yep, there it is. Hey! What are you doing?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Little gremlin kid.
Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Hey kid, a word. Police
Right
business.
in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the
Oh, Jesus.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks at my cunt.
Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouth hole!
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
shits himself.
Oh my
The
god.
rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kim?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You will
forces?
see.
I have
All right.
questions.
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you... Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Alright.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
You know anything about the
Shit,
body?
no, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Ugh.
He's choking! He's totally choking!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You know how you got up
Probably
there?
climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Where'd you
I
go?
don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
You're in Cyberpunk?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Alright, Kim.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Yes?
Alright, guys, try to.
There he still is.
I'm not gonna throw up. I'm not gonna throw up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
I'll let it out. Lovely.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fuck,
Keep
of
it.
course.
The
Thanks.
hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Alright, where do we get
There's
that?
Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow.
Alright.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
I open
In
the
the
door.
cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, what are we looking at?
This is the Cafeteria Manager, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
What is the sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage?
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree.
No, I'm afraid
Can we
not.
drive it anywhere?
We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor
The
carriages?
Caprice Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
This must be what woke me up when you arrived in Martinez. The infernal noise.
Yes, sorry about that. The Caprice Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
Now look around the
In
cabin.
the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio, a metallic
take out the
drawer
toolbox.
slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
I'm taking the
The
pry
pry
bar.
bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
I'm taking the
The
chain
handles
cutters.
are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
And the
It's
flashlight.
robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
I run my
The
fingers
white
over
suede
the
feels
levers.
luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
I tap on the fuel
As you
preheater
tap on the
gauge.
gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
Damn it,
Alternative
Cam.
translation: don't even think you can drive my MC.
I pick
The
up the radio.
frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can you contact Can you connect me with the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Hi, this is, me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
My status,
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing.
State your message, sir. Over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What?
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Yeah, I need money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on
shit.
the additional funds, sir. Over.
I bet you don't even have a place to sleep
He
tonight.
says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Damn it!
Vigmar said...
Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
I need to report that my badge is missing.
Never mind.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge is
10-4,
gone.
message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Oh. Well, shit.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Haha. Officer lost his badge. Ha ha. I got the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vigmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
I just want to report it and be done.
I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
My name's not
What's
Dick
going
Mullen.
on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
I have other things to
10-9,
discuss.
come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Well, about that.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Now, of course, I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
It's a single shot kill A9. An armistice to be precise.
Single shot armistice killed A9 over.
Says it's a kill 9mm armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Dear God, he lost his gun.
Damn it.
Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass. He still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
I'll stay his mom after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure her vanilla waffles are the only thing he ate?
You tell him,
Shut
Chester.
up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
He says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
No, Firewalker.
He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Well, that's not the only thing.
Satellite Officer V.
No, I think I'm good without my gun.
I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over.
In pursuit of his.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
I need to discuss my personal details.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there
They're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
I already know he's not there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Please refer to me in my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please say my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Fine.
Understood, sir. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in bandages and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Yes, help him.
Yeah?
How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. You wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Yes, back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Let's see, he said I need to go to a freak. Get some ammonia. Yeah, ammonia.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
I approve of this. Very futuristic.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Medicine cabinet, which is this?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste.
I need $1.
We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Shit. I go find a whole $1. Do you have $1?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Why are you dressing my partner like
Don't
that?
you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Hey, you fucking tell him, Kim.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What's going on?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Light his ass up, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
What is that argument all
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Ah, so you're racist. That makes
I'm
sense.
not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
So I can tell you're really a prime example of superior.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
And?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kids are showing up good lately.
Jesus.
Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck
Don't
yourself?
push your luck, runt.
Yes?
Tell me about
What
the
do you
case.
want to know?
Literally anything about
Maybe
it. I
you
don't
can
know.
tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
No, literally nothing about
Do
it.
you want me to brief you?
Yes, that sounds
3
good.
days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
No one investigated.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Alright. Briefing say who the
A
victim
security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Okay. Why don't we know anything about the
They
caller?
didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why'd they hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Of course, I
Just
understand
to be
everything.
clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer.
Ooh, a
That's
skill
the
point.
case.
Fuck yeah.
Uncover and arrest the killer.
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Supernatural.
I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Why not?
Because it's not part of reality.
So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
We're from different precincts. Why are we on the
I'm
same
afraid
case?
you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What?
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
No, I'm in on retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
go.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the good?
Alright. Oh, I suppose I could be learning my thing here. I'll internalize that one. Oops. I leave. Hey.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Do you have a moment?
Sure. I'm done with it.
Save myself the $1.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. Where to?
I actually don't need
No
directions.
problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Might I borrow
Sure.
your gloves?
Keep them. I have another pair.
See, Kim? That was easy. Might as well put these on. Hey, what's this?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of
Heavy
boots?
workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Tenant.
Noted.
Alright. Can I get an exact count?
Maybe more
Oh,
than 12.
worked.
No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
I go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which one
You
is it?
don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Alright, I'll count more.
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good
You're
at this.
not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Alright, I count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys
I
going
never
back and
got the
forth.
hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Heavy one.
Two
Probably the one
hundred?
carrying the body.
Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Yep.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
A light
A
step.
woman or a kid?
Could be a woman.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
I got an average.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
Have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor.
Ah.
Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
Don't say anything.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Interesting. If only I'd come up with that.
He doesn't seem to hear you.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes. How old do you think these tracks
maybe?
are?
7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Alright. Let's take care of the body.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Ooh, it's still
Emitting
real
it
low.
is all it does now. The ammonia only makes it worse. The second time, not so
And
much.
then...
When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Spitting.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Well, why can't I keep it in if I've
I've
been
seen
caught my whole
captains
life?
puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Okay.
Monday, make sure you bring a handkerchief.
Can we do something else?
That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
Shit's already.
No, it's not, officer.
I don't want to get my
Then
shit
the
together.
world will turn away from you and leave you behind. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
I got a new thing to internalize. Can I internalize both of them at the same time? I can. Perfect. Alright. Let's figure something out. What's this?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling your bags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
The body
container.
is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
I keep the
The
hunch to
lieutenant
myself.
leans in to inspect the lock.
How do we get the
We
lock
could
open?
try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or...
No or, just
we
the
might
pry bar.
want to ask for a key from the manager.
I need to equip the pry bar.
This trash container is locked.
Oof.
The sliding lid has a padlock that says,
Try it.
You stick the pry bar
Nailed
in the
it.
fissure beneath the lid and push down. It doesn't take much force. With a satisfying crack, the metal gives way. You can open the lid now. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that something's in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
I look under the boxes.
Milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
I reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Throwing out towel,
All
mug,
right.
that's all.
We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids.
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It has a foreboding quality to it. May I needed to lose it for the great blood that he
What are you talking about?
I speaketh the tongue.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
I don't know. It sounds like an order.
I
I'll take
see.
those.
Yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you? Tell me, seeth your badass more in there, or are we done here? Ah, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
The mug. I'm
You
taking
pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Alright.
That's one thing off the list. I think.
Alright, let's take a look at my, oh, what's this? Oh, the mug. Let's interact
It's
with it.
just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read in here.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital and mask my badass
If you
hustling.
want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
Alright, this one. I actually want
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
I inspect the toilet
It's
paper.
just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Hey, it's kitchen
If you
tissue.
want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not though. It's toilet paper.
Leave it there. It's cool.
Cool toilet paper. I mean kitchen tissue.
That's right.
It says, "Everyone look at me and my kitchen tissue covered cop ledger. I don't care. My ledger is droopy and it smells like a urinal."
I inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Is this one of those hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Kind
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
For example.
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Alright.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Perfect.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
There's 2 cases a week. A good case, Lieutenant.
2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2. That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's
Burnout,
okay.
alright.
We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Ooh, and they're written
Yes,
capital
all
letters too.
caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric?
No, I named my
presence, time
cases.
of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have a case called the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Kim, are we bad people? Are we bad cops because we do this?
I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
I have to open official cases.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
I commit to
Sadly,
paper.
the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, do you have
The
a pen?
lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Fine, I'll just use a scratch
Absolutely motionless at first, then animated slowly, imperceptibly even. The lieutenant begins to browse his notes again, leaving you to the case files. The threat has passed. He is thankful it has passed, and that he's gotten to keep both pens. Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Kim, have you named our case yet?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please.
The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete, mundane, usual.
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
Shit on a stick.
Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
Fucking tie.
Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one.
Let me guess. The Hanged Man.
That's actually what I was thinking. The Hanged Man. I like that. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
I will be right back. It's a little after 8. I'm going to take the dog out and I need to grab a drink and some more cough drops so I can keep going. Alright? I will be right back. I'm back. Alright.
A
Misconduct.
monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Alright, now for this
Yes,
boring paperwork.
all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better.
Too bad I was already at full health.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the
It's
clipboard.
made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The
Yes, a
U4
cop's
size
beating
board
weapon.
feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
I shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
I peek
The
inside.
plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
How would I
With
open
your
it?
hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
I
The
smell it.
acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle.
Put the ledger away. Anything that's fucking with my logic? No? Okay. I take this back. I interact.
It's the ledger. Oh, and an incredibly cool. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Yeah, try again later. Put the ledger away. Alright. What's this? Ow.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Rivershore West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Yeah, I got my shit together now. So what does this do? Oh. It's kind of a shitty one. I guess I can do this one again. Kid! Who put this stuff in the mouth? Kuno, I keep throwing up. I can't investigate the body at all.
Like a fucking volcano? Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
You got some advice for me.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Kuno doesn't...
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Here we go.
The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting
Nah, I can get the body
as
down.
you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your
Alright, no
stomach to
bitch, I
wring
can smell the
itself
body.
empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
I inspect the
The
boots.
material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
They look like armor.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel, fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of his
Piece
armor?
by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he was just wearing the boots.
I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me
If
of?
trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Run my
The
fingers over the
smooth,
lines.
glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
There's a serial number
Here, can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. It is.
Looks out of
It's
place here.
expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes. It's a sorry situation, I agree.
How can you afford such expensive
That's
hardware?
for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
Look pretty advanced for
I
a security
agree.
guard.
This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot
The
room.
stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
thing's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
I'll go with the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why's he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Jesus.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Oh.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is a reinforced kind for air
The
transport.
local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
So we're assuming
I'm
the
still
dockworkers
approaching
did
this
it.
as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No, you feel like it was something else. But what?
I feel like it was something
Yes,
else.
It often is. This bell worries me.
They sure want him to stay up there with the reinforced
I
steel
was
wiring.
afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How'd they even get
A
him up
noose
there?
is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the
An
tattoos.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars,
Oh my,
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Map of the night sky.
Map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you fix. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
One second. Alright. What you got there?
Let you get sunshine.
Kim?
Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Ooh.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
Look at that
You
guy.
see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
That's a cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this
It
photo for?
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
I won't, Kim. I don't lose anything, ever.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look at
His
him in the
eyes
eye.
are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There's nothing funny about jokes either.
Well, agree or disagree there, buddy. Who were you when you were alive?
A motherfucker and a killer.
Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Coppo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where are
In the
at?
past. Way out in the west.
Hey, listen, corpse. I'm having this issue with my clipboard. I can't get the fucking compartment over. Got any tips?
The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do.
Alright, so I push down. Oh, so it's like one of those child-proof pill lids. Okay.
Fuck it hard. Copopo the clown.
Alright, no need to name call.
He means force. It'll work.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
Dude, I'm talking to a corpse.
It's the power of your
Oh god.
imagination.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
I feel like they've updated the game since the last time I played, because I've had this conversation before while wearing the necktie, and the necktie didn't do this.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I do strike myself as a Rooney, though.
No, you don't. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Harry's a stupid name. I'd rather be Rooney. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I hate
Do
you.
I
You
remind
stink and
you
you're
of
bored.
someone?
Alright. Don't pot meets kettle me.
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
A baby with harlequinism.
You sure I got out of that one? Coppolini.
Enough!
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Stop and relax my eyes. Stop it.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
How do we get down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Let's get him down from there.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
Ooh, another skill
Broad
point.
chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I don't know. Shoot up there, maybe?
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
I'll let him choose.
Silence.
I plant the
This is
seeds and I let
elbow
Kim
sharp.
figure
The
it out.
lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Oh shit, he's actually gonna do it.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and
Oh shit, he's
achieves
actually
the
gonna do it.
fellow's position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Shoot that motherfucker down.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fuck yeah, Kim.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Kim, if you want to take another shot, there's some other targets we can aim at here.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
We can saw the
Climb
branch.
up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems
There
dangerous.
has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Can I have the gun? I
It's
should
bad
try.
as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Oh, he's actually gonna let me do it.
They only have one gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poiker. Take it.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
I close my
Your
left eye.
field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Don't.
Do it!
I have to do it. 8%? Damn it!
You hear an explosion within the weapon in your hands. The branches of the pine tree behind the girl, a plume of smoke, has erupted. She is disappointed, trapped, entangled in this
Damn
world.
it.
All because of the continuously appalled.
Whoa, see? Pig tried to shoot you. You're alive?
Yes, Kuno, I can see that.
Kim, I need to do your reload thing. That beast is still alive.
You sense nylon moving somewhere to your left. There's motion in your The gun has left your hand, still numb.
I think you're underestimating the gravity of this situation, officer. We need to take a breather from this scene. Now.
No! What
We
about
need
the body?
to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men.
Why didn't we just begin
I
with
did
it?
not want us to be indebted to Evrard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not the case. We need help.
You need to suck my dick. Why the fuck am I still alive?
Who's
The
Evrard
leader
Clare?
of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man. One you don't want to be indebted to.
Alright. Guess I'll leave.
The man before you is naked.
What's this? hell's this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is
It's
this?
nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Sure.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Damn it! Alright. Let's go. I suppose I could have tried to use one of my level ups for that. OL. Ooh, I got a bunch of shit. If I remember right, I need to stop by here and turn on the headlights so I can read my clipboard. What the fuck are you doing? What? No. Just right here. There we go.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
How
do I turn on the headlights?
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Turn on
the dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
Alright. The headlights open.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here.
Seems like a show.
It has its problems.
Look at the
There are
perforations.
many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad,
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
but it's 18.
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
I count
There
them
are
all
so
individually.
many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Kim, what are these?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I walk the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days
Cool.
remaining.
I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot of money in doom crying. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Well, honestly, with the way things turned out, I was expecting a higher
For an
number.
RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How do you handle the
Everyone
strain?
has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a
Why
hobby.
not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
I'm not gonna ask him if he
The
killed anybody.
lieutenant nods.
Alright, let's
Right.
go.
I'll go turn off the lights.
Oh, what's this?
Tremble. The time is now. Taola.
What time?
Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
Taula.
Ulogu Theodos. Xino Zausin. Ipoli Osithian. Echondes Fronisin.
When did this countdown
Monday
begin?
morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
That's because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it?
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
Am I sure it's not just jokes? Some kind of
It's
coping?
totally also a coping mechanism.
I do think the world might end soon.
The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
I guess I'll head to this area.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of
The
stickers?
driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the
The
backs?
back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Think this lorry belongs to the
Likely
tough
it
guy?
is. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Grab the money. Foreign car in good condition. distribution. I ain't talk to this fucking guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Damn right I am.
Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power.
We have a right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we
Rights
talking
of
about
people,
here?
rights of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Yeah, I'm not chosen
Time.
any sides.
Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the
right to work!
Maybe
I have
you
some
should
questions
ask
for you.
them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
I want to get in the harbor.
Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
It's an official matter not
Right
to discuss
to
with
work!
outsiders.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Honest
Who are all
men and
these
women
people?
with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
we were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach
Main
the
gate's
entrance?
locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Considered
Why
storming
don't
in?
you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
What's a
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work from other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new
He
clothes?
ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now.
Where are you
What's
from,
it to
buddy?
you? No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
What's your
We're all
background,
workers, right?
boy?
Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the truth. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it.
We're
You
done
lying?
here. I have a strike to break.
Liar.
Scab?
What's a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We'd explain the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Yeah, I'm a scab.
Good one, officer. Don't worry. We here have solidarity with the RCM. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
A bit short on money.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
I try to catch it.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to, you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
Every little bit
I'm
helps.
always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Come to Martinez investigating a murder.
That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun
I
and
don't
easy.
believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
I'm looking for assistance with a dead body
Body still
situation.
hanging in the tree? Aye, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the union can render assistance. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself. Aye, walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
I don't think it's gonna be that
Don't
easy,
worry, I'm sure
manana.
it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation.
Damn right I could.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone ever bested
Not
him in a
yet,
physical
no.
confrontation?
He's
I'll beat his
incredibly
ass.
strong.
Have anyone with the scab
Jean-Luc
strike over
himself
to
would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure,
What's the strike
you
about
know,
anyway?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once.
Can you go? There we go. Alright, Measurehead.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Oh
Don't
my
say
god.
anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Oh, really? I'm not a threat. And I puff out my chest.
Androgynous display of sexual maturity.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body is not
You have succumbed to
Al Ghul.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich still has it in him.
Calling yourself a ham sandwich. How far the Occident? You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Yep.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Oh god, this woman again.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Okay.
This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Come on, I just need you to move
It
about
is
20
my
feet.
task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Your people put that dead body up there.
With this begging, you should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
What?
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I'll try it. I failed.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Fuck
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
I won't say
Your
anything.
hand twists in his grip, and the
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Alright. Try it one more time. Oh, did it not take? No, I did it.
Racist. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Okay.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
You sure I'm not
You
superior to
exhibit
you?
forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation. You do not wish to be judged, because you are a genetic blob of polycultural deformities.
Try it again.
This is understandable.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent.
Yeah, you're damn right.
All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
I do a spin kick. Oh, yeah! Get fucked.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
The end has begun. I'm the lion-headed cavalry.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Yeah. So, step number 1, no more racism.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
But, hey Kim, what's up?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
What?
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
But I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
I was trying to assert my dominance
We are
over
not
him.
here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime.
But he's the one
Don't-
provoking
and
me.
You're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
How else we can get through the
There
gates?
must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We are done with Measurehead here.
The
I might tag him
lieutenant roared, "That's right. You should do it again."
I think I was supposed to talk to him, in between knocking out Measurehead, or in between Measurehead fights. Oh well. Now, unfortunately, I am sick, so this is where I end the stream because I cannot go much longer. My throat's giving out, and my head is on fire. So, thank you for anybody who stopped by and hung out, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.